Okay, as you can see, this chair rolls like greased lightning. I've had a Walmart special for about 10 years, so I thought it was time I started paying a little more attention to the ergonomics in my office. So I've made a number of upgrades recently, and one of them was a new chair. Now, the most familiar chair to me is the Steelcase Leap chairs. Because I've worked for multinationals for almost 40 years now. And so I was looking for something of the same quality, but not the same cost. Leap chairs can be anywhere from $600 to $1,500 or $1,600 per chair. And I've seen versions that are even higher than that. So I wanted something that had all the features of the Leap chair, but not the cost. And so I was surfing the Best Buy website. That's where I found this chair made by MotionGrey. It's part of their Cloudmesh series. Let's jump in, we'll have a look. Okay, so what is it about this chair that makes it so much better than my previous chair? Well, the first thing is the effortless manner or the low energy it takes to move around with the chair. I mean, this thing rolls like, you know, it's greased lightning. The second thing I noticed right away is the plush cushion. It's good. It's a good size, firm cushion. And as far as ergonomics go, fatigue is caused, like in car seats, which I know fairly well, and office chairs. The further this cushion comes to the back side of your knee, the less fatigue there's going to be. And this one is adjustable. So you're able to adjust your positioning in the chair, and that's a tremendous help as well. The base is rock solid. The whole chair is a steel and composite design, and so there's no place where this thing feels like it's going to tip over or it's not a solid platform. So those two or three things right off of the bat make a huge difference. Okay, so the next thing that I was looking for in a chair was a mesh back on the chair. Why? Because when you're sitting in a chair all day long, depending on the temperature in the room, depending on your stress level, depending on what you're working on, your body temperature goes up and down. And having something that's breathable and ventilated goes a long way to improving your comfort level. So I wanted something breathable, and I guess that's where the name comes from, Cloudmesh design, or Cloudmesh. And it's on the back as well as the headrest. And my previous chair didn't have this headrest, but this headrest is fantastic. It's adjustable. You can move it up or down, tailor it to your body height. So a really nice touch and much appreciated. Now, the next thing that you want to look for, I didn't have on my previous chair, and that is a lumbar support. And on this chair, that's a pad on the back of the mesh back, and slides up and down to give you a fairly good range of adjustment. And it's, I would say for me, this chair is doing an adequate job. One thing I would have liked to have seen is some way to maybe have a little bit of a fine-tune adjustment on the lumbar. But all in all, you can just reach around behind you, grab the two sides, raise and lower it. Not having that on my previous chair and having it on this one is much appreciated. So the next thing that you want to think about is the range of adjustability that any chair that you're going to buy has. And so, for example, this chair, just the way I've got it set up right now, it's pretty much perfect. I mean, I can just plunk my butt down in this chair and sit comfortably, you know, like so, for a good length of time before I need a break. But if I do need to, I can reach around to the back. I can take this lever and push it down. And then, you know, if I want to take a 5-minute snooze break or what have you, I have that option, and I can easily grab the lever and pull it back into place. So that's a nice touch. So then next up would be the lever on the right-hand side here. And if I turn this, and you can see the back flies right back. So I've got two, so from the very back, I've got 1, 2, and then 3 to lock it in place. Now, I have it at the number 3 position locked in place. And again, this was one thing I thought, geez, it would be nice to have one other notch. But having the chair for roughly a month now, I keep saying I need to have more adjustment on the lumbar, and I need to have another notch on the back adjustment of the chair, and yet the chair is wicked comfortable, and so it's really doing a good job so far. So it could just be me nitpicking. So let's talk about the adjustments that are on the left side of the chair. So there's a lever here, there's two pedal controls, and if I take this one and flip it up, so I'm turning it actually counterclockwise, what that does, it locks the back into position. If I flip it down, then I'm back to, I've got the spring-loaded effect. And then the other one, which I think is really critical, and it's a paddle control as well, and I can just flip it up, and if I hold it, I can move the cushion, hopefully you can see this, forward or back. And being able to take it forward, that's the significant difference from this chair to my previous chair. So my previous chair, the El Cheapo, I lost about 2, maybe even 3 inches. The cushion was buried under the back section of the chair, whereas this one, I can shove the cushion quite a bit forward. And so it gives me a finer range of adjustment and just adds up to a better overall comfort. Okay, so to assemble your MotionGrey chair, it's very straightforward. I'm going to put a link to the MotionGrey assembly instructions video in this video for you to make it easy. Just keep one thing in mind, that when this thing is assembled, it's fairly heavy duty. I mean, you may want to have 2 people. I brought this down into my basement studio. You may want to have 2 people to take it down the stairs because it's got a little bit of weight to it. But if it didn't have that weight, it wouldn't have the stability that it does. And so just to walk you through really quick, MotionGrey includes this nice little T-handle Allen key wrench, and basically the base itself is one piece. The first thing you're going to do is put the caster wheels into the base, and then you've got a post that goes into the base, and then you just follow the steps to use this to attach your arms. There's a couple of screws on this side, a couple of screws on the other side, and the main support at the back attaches to the seat in a similar fashion. This is not difficult stuff. Anybody can do it. But follow the step-by-step process in the MotionGrey video, and you'll be off to the races. Okay guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you found the video useful. In case I didn't mention, I'm not an ergonomics expert, but I worked in the auto industry for a number of years, so I understand what comfort is. I understand what adds up to a good seating experience and gives you a little bit more comfort. So hopefully I've given you enough information about this chair. In my humble opinion, I'm giving it the 5-star seal of approval for PathTech. Go out and buy it with confidence. Is it a $1,500 steel case Leap chair version 3? No. But is it adequate for what I'm doing? I mean, spending 6-8 hours a day in the office? Absolutely. It's a great option, and its value for the money is 2 thumbs up. So again, thanks again for watching. Please hit the subscribe and like and notification bells for me, and I'll see you in the next one.